Mendel's laws of inheritance. Before starting with the 3 laws of Mendel, first one important table given at the top of this topic, that is monohybrid ratio and dihybrid ratio in F2 generation. Very important one, beta. You have to learn phenotypic and genotypic ratio in F2 generation for monohybrid cross and phenotypic and genotypic ratio in F2 generation for dihybrid cross. Monohybrid cross phenotypic ratio is 3:1 and genotypic ratio is 1:2:1, and phenotypic ratio for dihybrid cross in F2 generation is 9:3:3:1, and genotypic ratio, that is very complex, so no need to calculate it. So next, Mendel's laws of inheritance. Mendel gave 3 laws of inheritance. The first one is law of dominance. But it is very simple. Already you have done. Out of a pair of contrasting character present together, only one is able to express itself. Contrasting character means 2 traits for one character. One is able to express itself, means out of 2 traits for one character, one trait is going to express itself and other remain suppressed. The one that expresses is called dominant character, and the one unexpressed is called recessive. And the recessive character can express only when the allele controlling that character is present in pair. So this is all about the first law. And one more important point, that you have to learn all the laws in the same way they are written in your book. And this is very important topic also. Now second law, that is law of segregation. The another name for law of segregation is the law of purity of gametes. Beta, the 2 members of a pair of factor. Beta, factors means genes. 2 members means 2 alleles, 2 alternative forms of genes. 2 alleles for the one gene or 2 alternative forms of gene. So the 2 members of a pair of factor separate during formation of gamete. During gamete formation, the 2 allele for one gene, they get separate from each other. They do not blend, they do not get mixed, but they separate from each other to go into 2 different gamete. The gamete, when they combine together by random fusion at a time for the zygote formation. Just see here. These are the 2 alleles for the same gene. So during gamete formation, they separate from each other. Here in the same way, these are the 2 alleles for the same gene, and during gamete formation, they separate from each other. They will never go together into one gamete. In the same way, look at here. These are the 2 alleles for the same gene. So during gamete formation, they are going to separate from each other. They will never go together into one gamete. So that is the law of purity of gamete, means the 2 alleles for the same character, they get separate during gamete formation. Now these 2 laws, law of dominance and law of segregation, beta, these 2 laws, they are related to monohybrid cross. Now the third law of inheritance given by Mendel, that is law of independent assortment, it is related to dihybrid cross. Now when there are 2 pairs of characters, their distribution of the allele of one character into the gamete is independent of the distribution of the allele of another character. Already during the explanation of dihybrid cross, I had explained this thing also, that when 2 characters or 2 or more than 2 characters are taken at one time during that cross between 2 plants, then the allele for the first gene or for the first character, they are independent of the allele for the second character. Means they do not depend upon the allele of another character for their segregation. So during gamete formation, they are randomly assorted, means they can give any combination. The dominating allele of the first character may go with the dominating allele of the second, or it may go with the recessive allele of the second. In the same way, the recessive allele of the first character may go with the dominating allele of the second character, or it may go with the recessive allele of the second character. So they are randomly assorted during gamete formation. They do not depend upon each other, and that is called as law of independent assortment, and it is related to the dihybrid cross only. And one more thing, this is not universally applicable. This law is not universally applicable. It is applicable to the genes which are present on two different chromosomes. So this is all about the laws. Now next topic, again one of the important topic, that is application of Mendel's law. Beta, first is a knowledge of the basic Mendelian principles give us an idea about new combination. It always help in getting the idea of the new combination of the resulting generation. Now next, such information is of great importance to both plant and animal breeders, which always want some desirable characteristics in hybrid breeds. So this type of information is very important for plant breeders and animal breeder. After that, the next application of Mendel law, that is the new types of plants with new combination of useful characters can be produced by hybridization. Now next, again one important topic, that is mutation. Very important definition. But a mutation is a sudden change in one or more genes or in the number or in the structure of chromosome. So sudden changes which occur in genes or in the structure or number of chromosome in an organism, that is called as mutation. With a mutation alter the hereditary material of an organism cell and results in the change in certain characters or trait. These mutations, they change hereditary material, means that they alter genes of an organism, and as they are altering the genes of the organism, they results in the change in characteristics or traits of that organism. Now two example of mutation. First is sickle cell anemia. It is a blood disease caused by gene mutation. The mutation causes change in DNA, resulting in the production of sickle-shaped RBCs. Due to gene mutation, this type of mutation, it changes the DNA of the RBCs, due to which the shape of RBCs changed to sickle shape. RBCs, they are biconcave disc-like in appearance. Their shape changes to sickle shape due to gene mutation or the change in DNA of the cells of RBCs. Now, radioactive radiations. Beta, radioactive radiations also alter the gene structure and their effect can be seen generation after generation. These radioactive radiations, they deep penetrate inside our body and they alter the genes. They destroy or sometimes they alter the genes which are present on chromosomes. And once the genes are altered, their effect is seen generation after generation. One example, you all know, an atomic explosion which had occurred during World War II, 1945 in Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, has led to a number of deformities in the body of plants and animals which are still persisting. That is the example of radioactive radiation, how they are altering the genes present in the chromosomes of an organism. So this is all about mutation. Now the progress check, page number 33. First, who discovered for the first time the basic principle of genetics? Sir Gregor Mendel. Second, give the common and scientific names of the organism on which Gregor Mendel had worked. But a common name is garden pea and biological name, that is scientific name, is Pisum sativum. Define the following. All definitions are given on page number 34 of your book. Write two characters of pea pod with their alternative traits. Again, this answer is given on page number 30 of your book. So with this chapter is finished. Read the chapter thoroughly. Give practice to monohybrid and dihybrid cross by taking all the characteristics studied by Mendel. And in next video we will start with back exercises.